Aligning a strategy for business results will help you to identify the skills required to focus and lead your team to achieve business results. By identify core organization's values, write a vision statement, develop a mission statement, and finally, develop goals. Leadership today is characterized by developing effective teams and leading diverse groups, focusing on accountability, integrity, and ethics. To be truly successful leaders, need to focus on organizational strategy. Aligning your team for business results will ensure that your team is in line with your organization's mission, vision, and goals, and that all activities are focused on achieving them. You have described your team's vision and mission. Now it's time to identify the core values to your team and to support them. The values support both the vision and the mission. They help to clarify what the team believes and what it is working toward. Identifying core values for your team describes what really matters to your team. A team's core values represent all that the team views as important to the business and its customers. And they also reflect the attitude of employees. What about the organizational culture? How we can introduce it? So organizational culture is a pattern of shared attitudes, customs, values, and beliefs in any group assembled for a common purpose. Attributes for organizational cultures include how decisions are made, the observable behavior of team members, formal and informal team philosophies, how problems are solved, and the team's identity. Well, there's no need to develop a formal statement of organizational culture. It is helpful to identify your culture because the culture drives the team's ability to make decisions, solve problems, and conduct business. Observing the culture. Observing an organizational culture can give you insight into many aspects of the organization or team, including productivity, moral, power, quality of product, and decision making. You can describe your organization or team culture simply by observing how people and team interact with one another and by looking at how tasks are accomplished by the team or organization. We can say that remember that your team culture may vary from the overall organizational culture, and that the two may be at odds, resulting on inefficiency and confusion. Don't simply rely on your own impressions of the organization. Talk to peers, colleagues, and team members to learn other perceptions. Doing so will help you to understand interactions between individuals and teams. There are multiple types of organizational cultures. Let's talk about the supportive organizational culture. A supportive culture focuses on individual relationship with the team or organization. So, in a supportive culture, people are valued as individuals and the organization will be outcome-oriented. Supportive culture nurture and value employees as individuals with needs and ideas. They foster a strong sense of belonging and emphasize personal growth, assuming that individuals will be more productive or creative. What about the bureaucratic organizational culture? The focus in bureaucratic culture is on the processes and the structure of an organization. Bureaucracies implement processes for a reason, and the members understand the processes even if they don't always agree. A process-oriented organization. It is focused on how the work gets done. What about the third type of organizational culture, which is hierarchical? So, hierarchical culture focuses on strong leadership and team structure with an emphasis on resources and rewards. Because they are outcome-oriented, hierarchical cultures reward success. And for the fourth type is entrepreneurial organizational culture. The focus of entrepreneurial culture is on creating a strong sense of community, and they tend to place more value on the outcome rather than the process. In that culture, employees are committed to the vision and want to make a meaningful contribution. Therefore, such culture encourages self-directed work, teams, and out-of-the-box thinking. They approach the organization as a system. That means that benefits when one part of the system succeeds and suffer when one part fails. They also reward individuals who are aligned with the organization's focus. So let's introduce the values. Values are the beliefs, ideas, opinions, and qualities considered worthwhile or desirable. Organizational values are affected and reflected in the culture of the team, the attitudes of individuals, and how they do their work. So, values are essential to teams and organizations because they provide a context for decision making. Values guide the day-to-day behaviors and actions of all members of an organization and drive the decision-making process. Decisions based on the team's preferred values or the values that an organization wants its member to exhibit may be different than those made based on the team's true values or the values that team members exhibit. So finally, we can say that determining your organization's core values will help your team to clarify goals and make decisions for the good of the organization.